Have you ever wondered what happens when parents choose a favorite child and forget the other one exists? Well, today's story is a lesson in karma, slow, patient, and brutally fair. This is the story of the Anderson family and how choosing a golden child destroyed their lives. The Andersons lived in the picture-perfect suburb of Cedar Falls. A quiet street, polite neighbors, and behind the door of the blue two-story house, a family secret everyone ignored. Mark and Diane Anderson had 2 children. Lily, the eldest, and Evan, the baby of the family. But from the moment Evan was born, one thing became obvious. He was the favorite. Every photo on the wall? Evan. Every conversation at dinner? Evan. Every dollar saved? Spent on Evan. Meanwhile, Lily grew up learning the hard truth. She wasn't the child her parents dreamed of. She was the child they tolerated. On Evan's 10th birthday, they rented a skating rink, hired a DJ, and invited his whole class. For Lily's 13th? A small cake from the grocery store. No party. Not even candles. When Lily brought home straight A's, her parents nodded, barely looking up. When Evan scored a single goal at a weekend game, the whole house erupted in celebration. One night, Lily overheard her parents whispering in the kitchen. Mark said, "Evan's the one with potential. We should invest in him." Diane replied, "Lily's independent. She'll be fine on her own." Lily sat on the staircase in the dark and cried silently. As the years passed, the gap widened. Lily excelled in school, AP classes, newspaper editor, even working part-time to buy her supplies. She didn't expect her parents to be proud. They rarely were. Evan? He became a star athlete, and a growing disaster. He drank at parties, cheated on homework, hung out with the worst crowd. But whenever he got into trouble, his parents defended him. "He's under pressure. He didn't mean it. Don't ruin his future." And with every excuse, Evan grew more reckless. Senior year arrived. Lily had worked for 4 long years, and finally, she won the State Academic Excellence Award. She begged her parents to come. And they promised. They promised. But when Lily walked onto that stage, the auditorium packed with proud families. The seats her parents were supposed to fill were empty. Lily waited. She scanned the room again. Still nothing. Later that night, she found out why. Her parents had taken Evan to meet a college scout. But Evan never showed up. He ditched the meeting to party with friends. Lily cried herself to sleep. And something inside her finally changed. Lily went to college on a full scholarship. She studied architecture. Graduated with honors. Moved to Chicago and built a successful career, brick by brick, without help, without praise. Her parents barely noticed. Their entire lives revolved around Evan. But Evan's world was crumbling. At 23, he had dropped out of college. Quit job after job. Ran up debts from drinking and gambling. And every time, Mark and Diane emptied their savings to save him. But you can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved. Then suddenly, Mark suffered a mild stroke. Medical bills flooded in. Diane had to cut her work hours. Debt piled on top of debt. And then, a letter came from the bank. The house was going into foreclosure. All the money they had spent protecting Evan had finally destroyed them. In desperation, Diane called Evan again and again. He never answered. Then one day, his number was disconnected. The golden child they had sacrificed everything for had disappeared. With nowhere left to turn, Diane finally called the child she had ignored for years. "Lily," she whispered. We need help." Not anger. Not yelling. Just a quiet, aching pause. And Lily, who had built her life from nothing, replied, "Come stay with me. We'll figure it out." When her parents arrived in Chicago, they stepped into a beautiful apartment Lily paid for herself. For the first time, they truly saw her. Her strength. Her success. Her heart. And regret punched them harder than any karma ever could. Meanwhile, Evan traveled back to their old address in Iowa, looking for a rescue. But strangers opened the door. The house, the one his parents lost for him, was gone. No parents. No money. No safety net. The world didn't treat him like a favorite. The world treated him exactly as he behaved. He was finally forced to face himself. A few months later, Evan found Lily's address and came to her, thin, tired, and humbled. He asked for help. Not for money. Just help. Lily didn't give him excuses or promises. But she gave him food. A shower. A chance. Because karma doesn't destroy. It teaches. And in the end, the child they ignored became the one who saved them. And the child they worshipped became the one who abandoned them. That is the power of karma. If you enjoyed this story and want more dramatic karma tales, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, favoritism may seem harmless, but karma remembers everything.